on the road again, second machinery show in a week. This one's at Great Yorkshire Showground at Harrogate. So I'll take you along for the ride. We'll go see what they've got to offer. This one's hosted by Farm Services. They usually put a good show on. Lots of machinery again. I'm sure they'll be trying to sell us something. Let's see what they've got to offer. I'll see you when I get there. Just arrived at the York Event Centre. It's looking like a good day. There's quite a few here. That's a Kramer's little version. Handy little machine, that. That's a larger one. John Deere's combine. Again, header, what's that? 15 metres. Alright, we've wandered inside now. Inside the actual, what we call the food hall. It's more the exhibition centre. They've got the new machines in here. Quite a few things to look at. Just looking at the Kramer machine, KT676. This looks a nice size machine. Probably about right size for us. 7 foot wide, the wide looks okay. Pickup hitch, sticks out a little bit at the back. It's got all the braking systems on. Alright, Farm Services have put a pretty good show on. A lot of things to see at the show again. 2 shows in 1 week, that's not bad. It starts to become a habit of this. Once again, a lot of the key manufacturers here at the show at Ripon. Great products again. It's always nice looking at everything while it's nice and new. Looking for new ideas all the time.
Do it one of them for
Oh, a very good afternoon down here at Great Yorkshire Showground for Ripon Farm Services as what's it called, New Year machinery sale. Pretty good event, lots of new machines are available to buy if you've got any money. Not bad, the weather's not been too bad, most of it's inside anyway, but it's been a lovely afternoon. Highly recommend it. It's run and put together by Ripon Farm Services. They invite lots of machine manufacturers to pop down and have a look. If you get a chance, it's well worth it. I couldn't resist stopping at this place to show you what's close by. I wonder if you recognise this little village in the background. It's very, very famous. Very famous pub behind me. Yeah, it's well worth a visit if you know where it is, but I'm not going to tell you where it is, you've got to find it yourself. It is, of course, where they used to film Emmerdale Farm. When it used to be Emmerdale Farm many, many years ago, and now it's just Emmerdale. They did build a new film set in a location near the airport just for filming, but this was the original film set. So once again, you've got a little post office, the telephone box. This is where it used to be filmed. Pretty little corner. So used to film it down here. This is the original wool pack used in the series when it used to be Emmerdale Farm. Been many a series filmed in there with Seth at the bar. Well worth a visit if you know where it is. If you drop me a private message in the comments below, I'll send you the location, but I'm not going to disclose it for obviously for the people's privacy. But this is where they used to film Emmerdale Farm. It's a private little cul-de-sac, so we'll head on back. I just thought I couldn't resist showing you. I'm glad you could join us. What a lovely day. What the heck. It makes it all fun. Makes it hard work as well. And our dealer's been this week, earlier this week, and dropped us off a new toy to play with. So we'll give it a little bit of a review. We've been using it all week. We quite enjoy using it. It's maybe a little bit short of power for us. It's the right size, but it's a little bit short of power. But it's been fun to use. It's done most of the jobs for us on the farm. We've put it through its paces, so it's had to work hard this week. So we've hopefully not broken a brand spanking new machine, but sadly it goes back away tomorrow on Friday. So let's go and have a look around it and see what we think. So it's a Kramer KT276. It's about 8 foot wide, 13 foot long. It has quite a bit of power about it. It doesn't do too bad. The engine's a lot smaller. It's only a 70 horse engine inside there, so we're a little bit disappointed in the engine size. But overall, not bad. Tidy little machine for a dairy farm. Once again, it's just short of a little bit of power. Probably the next model up would be better. It would probably be better all round, really. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It doesn't much difference between ours and our JCB and the Kramer, to be honest with you. Fancy little gadgets for doing different things. The boom comes in automatically when you lower down. It has the oil pressure release button. But generally it's an all-round tidy machine. Lifting capacity is supposed to be 2.7 tons. Good visibility all round though. It's not a bad little cab. The controls are very farmer friendly. Everything's done on the joystick. You got your boom extension and your forward and reverse and your neutral button. You operate the third service for the grab, for example, underneath. And obviously you can set one or two things. You've got your beacons, your lights, and you keep your level, automatic levelling. But all round it's a tidy little machine. It's quite spacious. You can see over the back corner quite well. Most load hauls are difficult to see. It's a little bit of a blind spot at the back corner. But the Kramer's not too bad. We're sat a little bit higher up. There is a kit for this, which actually lowers the cab down or lifts it up on your preference. But this has the extension for, it's about 6" higher, which is about 150mm, which gives us a better all-round view. It's a tidy, spacious cab. It's very comfortable to use. All the standard features, obviously. I like where they put the radio in the middle, because that's always turned on first. And then your weight limiter, obviously, and yeah, it's nice to use. But they're all nice when they're new. But we do like it. It's a nice tidy little machine. It's well laid out, very agile in the corners. With it being the smaller unit and just like I said before, 7 foot across and 13 foot long, we can get into some quite tight buildings with it. We're okay for height. How does it compare to our old JCB? Well, to be honest with you, we think it's a little bit short, if you understand what I mean. We feel as though if we went for something like this, it'll be a little bit of a downgrade. But this is not knocking the machine. I'm not knocking the machine whatsoever. It's just that it is just short of something. I think it must be that engine power maybe. Makes it a little bit lighter. But saying that, 2.7 ton lift, like I said before, it's a little bit debatable, is that. That's actually measuring and weighing it. But if that's what it says on the tin, that's what it says on the tin. So to lift the cab up, the cab extensions, so to lift the cab up, it has these blocks under here. These can be actually fitted or taken out, and what it does, it lifts the cab up so far. It's about 6 inches, that, about 150mm, and then you can normally take them out and it'll lower down, so the cab will lowers down in one lump, which is quite handy for some farms. But yeah, generally all-round machine. It's very tidy, it's quite small. It's just about right size for a dairy farm, but I feel as though our dairy farm's just a little bit too big for the machine, if you understand what I mean. We think we'd do better with probably the bigger machine, but the disadvantage is getting it into the building. So you know, it's here to play with. We've had a go with it, and yeah, we like it. Once again, yeah, we do like it, but just one or two little things that we're not just 100% on. Would we buy one? They're a lot of money. They are a lot of money, and I think we could do better for the same money. Yeah, I think there's another model on the market, another manufacturer on the market, and I think we could definitely do better for the money. Well, here's our old JCB here. She's just a workhorse, an absolute workhorse. It's 20-year-old. It's what they call a 520S. She's done 10,000 hours, and she's just a complete workhorse. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just showing a little bit of wear in one or two of the pins, which is easily solved and can very quickly be repaired. But comparing to a Kramer, yeah, I think you know, we've got a bit more power with this. We've definitely got more power with it. Bigger engine, and I feel as though, to be honest with you, so I was rated at a 2-ton lift, and the Kramer's 2.7. I still feel as though this girl definitely lifts better than the Kramer. She's shoveled silage or shoveled green grass into the silage pits for 20 years and never failed. Will the Kramer do the same thing? I'm not too sure, but it's difficult because it won't be here when we're silage making, so to compare to the JCB, it's a difficult one just to judge is that. But we feel because of the safety devices on it, which yeah, obviously have to be on it for certain reasons, but we feel as though some of the safety aspects of it might be a little bit over the top, and it would actually make clamp work or silage clamp work for the Kramer a little bit of a bind, really. It could keep tripping out all the time, which then really spoils itself. Okay, it's only a couple of days a year, and that's that, but those couple of days are absolutely critical. So would it work a silage pit clamp? I think we'll be borderline working on the silage clamp. I think a bigger machine is probably more necessary there. So how does it compare to the JCB? I think if I had a choice in the yard at the moment, I'd jump back on our old JCB. Simple reason is she's just so handy. What we need to do, we need to be able to match like for like on power, weight and durability, and get a match more adequate. The Kramer's stood here brand spanking new, out of the showroom as you might say, but I think the JCB would, as far as a workhorse goes, is a lot more agile. What we need to do is find a machine that has slightly better lifting capacity, well balanced, and able to work a silage pit really well, and also feed cows continuously 365 days a year, like our 520S has. Will the Kramer do it? I don't know. Do you know, I really don't know. Don't get me wrong, we do like the machine. One or two features that ought to be fitted to it is underneath there's some sensors on the prop shaft. Simon was using it, got a little bit of grass wrapped around the prop shaft, and it tripped all the sensors out. On a brand new machine it shouldn't have done that, and I think there is a plate that can be fitted underneath, which it should have been on automatically anyway. You know, this plate should have been on. So why it's not fitted in factory, I don't know. So that is one little nag with it. If you're thinking of ordering one of these or something like that, make sure it's got a plate underneath. Stop grass getting wrapped round underneath. But once again, we do like it. It's tidy, it's spacious. Plenty of room in the cab, good visibility all round. Tidy little machine. So looking round a little bit, we've got the fuel tank at the back, hydraulic oil's also on the back. So it doesn't have AdBlue on this. With it having a small 70 horse engine on, it must be below the recommended emissions, so there's no AdBlue on this one. I think Kramer, according to one of the dealers, the Kramer, what they're doing, they're actually revamping this model. They're going to put a bigger engine in it and maybe a little bit more of a lift capacity, which obviously affects other things. They have to make it a little bit wider, and then we're going back to the old scenario. It's a little bit too wide for us. Our Old Faithful, she's just an absolute workhorse. Okay, she's 20-year-old, but she does it for us, absolutely does it for us every single time.